Dreams are for children.
You'll never make it, Martin. This is trash.
Or does the dude wake up like, yeah, my seat incentivized him to get better?
Y'all know I was his teacher.
Yeah.
And I told him that I was pushing him to do better.
Apply yourself.
Oh my goodness.
You can go one or two ways with that way. Either A, I'm a fraud, or B, I'm inspiring people so hard that I inspired the civil rights movement. Just through my teaching.
There's just some like physicist teacher in like the 30s is like, oh man, look, I'm looking through all these old papers that I got, physics papers. Look at this D- I gave to this kid named Albert Einstein.
Oh, no, surely that can't be the same one.
Dude, imagine Stephen King in a creative writing class. Like, C- sir, your adjectives, I don't know what you're doing. A dog with rabies, what's up?
In Tupac in math class, the teacher just comes up, Tupac, what I tell you about writing raps in class?
You're not gonna make it with this. You need these numbers. Get some bucks in you. And then 4 years later, you gotta dance around to slip up. You in the club banging it.
You know I taught Sue Tupac.
Oh, dude, I would never sleep.
I'd be shaking.
The PS5 in a year has outsold the Wii U's lifetime sales.
Y'all leave the Wii U alone. He tried his best.
Hey, consumers did.
Accurate.
That's not.
Yes, it is.
Early
Yes, it is.
adopter.
Exactly what we're going for.
Oh, dude, I will never forget that woman with all them Wii U's in the back of her car, thinking she was gonna flip them boys.
Oh, someone tried to do that near you guys?
No, it's a viral picture.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
You never seen it?
No.
Oh, dude, I'll look it up.
I think I've seen this.
It's unfortunate. Let's see what else we got. Well, actually.
Yep, all I had to look up was Wii U woman.
Wii U woman. Oh, this is gonna be
Get
good.
some. Get some, y'all.
Let's see, Wii U woman.
No, I already got it on for you.
Okay.
Where's it going?
He posted it in chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Scalper beautifully boned.
Oh, and those are like even. Ooh. There's probably like 2 per box in the boxes behind her too. Yikes.
Boys in a back seat and everything.
Yeah, you can see him on the console. Dude, this is at least 10?
She's like, this is my retirement.
Yeah, she thought she was gonna flip these for double, because remember, the Wii was having supply issues, so this is the next console of the Wii, so why wouldn't I do it?
She didn't find it odd that she can buy in 15 of them?
Day one. In the store.
Yeah, I was, because of like what the day I went through trying to get a Wii when it first came out, where I lucked the fuck out. By someone's generosity, which, where's that in this world? Where I was just so concerned about getting a Wii U day one, where I just walked into GameStop. I'm like, do you guys go Wii U's? Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, no waste there, bruh.
Yep.
Remember at my GameStop, they had a tower of them built just for people to grab and go.
Yeah,
Why you ain't even gotta pay, Pimpin'? Just go ahead and take it.
Because they thought it was gonna be another Wii situation where they were just gonna fly off the shelf. They probably overstocked and everything.
Oh yeah, GameStop for real had that problem.
Please take these. We need to put we have another display that we need to put here.
$100 off, please, anybody.
Can I get this keychain? Absolutely. And here's
Scott.
your complimentary Wii U.
I'm good.
Wii U featuring the upcoming great title, Zombie U. Remember that one? That was one of their big
They
hype
ported it.
titles.
They ported
Yeah,
it
they
to like
ported it.
PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation 4. It was on PlayStation Plus.
I played it at a con. That was a fun game.
It was decent. I got it because it was a
I
launch
will
game.
I will just never forget that trailer. Everybody's just like, and? What? Nobody
I
cares.
remember Mike hyping that bullshit up. Oh, I remember. It's so innovative where you're just like a zombie's coming and you gotta look down and go shit, 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 and try to get your thing as opposed to pause, find item. Oh, I remember you hyping that bullshit
Yeah.
up. Oh,
Oh wow, yeah. I'm having flashbacks to that now too.
oh man.
It's a lot better in the Zelda games that came out for Wii U. Having the menu management there.
I minored in history with a focus on the development of Western European socialism. Not socialism,
Every word of that
fascism.
was just lit to me. I
So-
mean, every single syllable was just
I'm
like,
from
ugh.
quick north, and that's it. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm from the Midwest, sir.
There's a town in West Virginia called Big Ugly.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
I love these facts so much.
Dude, there were legit 5 jokes running through my
Imagine
mind.
right down where you come from. Big Ugly. Yeah, that checks out. That ain't surprising at all.
Big, ugly West
Just look at
Virginia.
your ID. Are you the mayor?
Because like even like out of context, it's just like big, ugly West Virginia. It's like, hey, our state isn't that bad. It's like, no. I'm just saying a city. It's a place that exists.
Big ugly, comma, West Virginia. Oh, I would hate it.
Oh, legitimately.
Imagine you're a basketball star, hailing from big ugly West Virginia.
It's
Nintendo
debatable.
absolutely knows about the internet Triton because like a couple months after the Bowser.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 346. No product placement this week. I was a little sad. I was looking around, see if there's anything I could spot.
I learned my lesson, Mike. I checked my area. Did I leave anything I'm currently looking at for Mike to notice? But hey, you know what's more important? Mike's on time, guys.
The
That sounds like something that happened.
the way it stood up was not.
Coincidental.
It was not coincidental.
It was.
That was a nice,
I get it.
nice clear gulp of the drink there, Ralph. I got the clear C4 right into the camera, perfect angle.
But make sure the logo on your face showing.
Perfect.
This man's a
For the-
professional.
Where the mouth is. What? You know,
Ralph, there's a difference between drinking something, with, just like, the label or what have you like this versus...
Straight on. No, that
That's-
boy went to the side
that's-
like this.
True.
that's where the label is. Look, mouth here. Label is on side. I can't help that. They know what they're doing. The marketing team's on their shit. The fuck you want from me?
Oh, I'm sure they are, Ralph.
You know what they're
They
doing.
got you.
They sure know what they're doing.
You're right. I'm rolling in the fucking funds, guys. Rolling in
Make
it.
sure to mention the new flavor. And by the way, guys, since we don't have much to talk about, how about them new flavors of like the citrus?
Just see
Blueberry
the
blast.
just see the ad copy just like
Blueberry,
slowly rise into frame. And don't forget, there's a special.
You act like that would be a bad thing if we were making money off this shit somehow, some way.
I think it's more so the undisclosed nature of it. Like, no one cares if you're advertising, hey guys, we're advertising C4 drink, whatever. But just like, hey, the new C4 organically placed it in conversation. Nah.
It's like the like super forced product placement in any TV show. I think the one that I always go back to is there was I think it's a CW show called Heroes, where there was one guy who was only spoke in Japanese. His name was Hiro, Hiro. But the one thing that he would just say clear as day for everyone to understand, Nissan Versa.
I remember there are two that I always go to. It's Alan Wake, which had like a Nokia or Verizon or something sponsorship, where the phone exploded out of his hand, flipped like 5 times, then landed face down for the logo, and just stayed on screen for like 5 seconds before he picked it up. And The Walking Dead, where they had like some Nissan or something sponsorship, and the cars were not allowed to be dirty.
Was driving for 5 seasons.
And it's like,
not a speck of dust.
You can't do that.
No, Madam Web. There was a barbecue scene in Madam Web. She just had a Pepsi and she was just standing right here like this. Not a drop of liquid touched her lips as she's just delivering her lines. And then she just puts down the Pepsi. Like, we've done. And then there's the big Pepsi sign at the end that crushes and kills the villain, which we all know about because Madam Web is a classic, but not as bad as Kraven the Hunter, but we all established that.
Okay, I just pulled up the product placement. Hold on.
For which one?
The phone, Alan Wake.
Oh, Alan Wake. Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's good.
It's ridiculous.
Here we go.
What are you doing?
And
we got commercial. Yeah, just straight up.
There's also Energizer, who was another one in Alan Wake that I saw.
Yeah.
Trying to think, like the Nissan Versa one always gets me just because, again, it was just like a character that you made to not speak English. Says it in the most plain English that he possibly can and points to the car and then cuts to the car.
I mean, it is what it is. I understand that because I know IHOP was big in IHOP was big in Man of Steel. Like they had like 3 or 4 things in Man of Steel that were clear. Oh yeah. There was some like
his bully. He worked at the IHOP. They fought at the IHOP for a second.
Gotcha.
But those, at least you're like, hey, this is just a place that they might land into, as opposed to, hey, we're advertising a product to you. It is what it is. At least Looney Tunes did something funny with it, where it's just like, we are advertising to you right now, but at least we're telling you it's an advertisement. Where they like found a Walmart in the desert and they just named a bunch of brands and stuff, and it's just like, yeah, okay, I understand what you're doing here.
Here we go.
I understand it now.
It's the Nissan Versa. He is going to rent a car, saying Nissan Versa, Nissan Versa. Then gets the car. It's his destiny to get the Nissan Versa. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. All right. So, your weekly reminder. Black Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, get your vaccines and boosters, wear your masks in crowded indoor places if you are sick, support Ukraine, support LGBTQ rights, support body autonomy, pay your employees what they are worth, I've used hand sanitizer because I think it was when I was sick. Fuck genocide, fuck bullies, and be good to one another.
This is egregious. This Nissan Versa.
Oh, it's terrible, bro.
All right. So not too.
Oh. speaking of product placement, it's a different thing. Why is Denny's doing a tie-in with Nvidia?
Huh?
What?
Yeah, they have like a Nvidia Bytes coming.
Just
Denny's,
whatever.
Nvidia.
If you want to advertise, it's just like who got the most money?
Denny's debuts new Nvidia breakfast bites with a Y.
Mm.
They're just
Bites.
tiny pancakes. It's not even anything special.
And
Legitimately,
sausages.
no. They're pigs in a blanket,
This is
really.
not-
Yeah,
Nothing.
it's
This is-
literally you take the pancake, you put the sausage in the pancake, you wrap the pancake around it, you put syrup on top of it.
If you want, I mean, I don't like doing that, so I'm not gonna do it. But
Well, then you don't get
Yeah,
the
no,
you
that's-
don't get the breakfast bites. You're doing it wrong.
that's lame.
Yeah, why? What's even the purpose of it?
What's the name?
What
Hey
happened?
guys, you can't buy a graphics card, but celebrate the fact that you can't with some breakfast bites at Denny's.
Their supply is so disgustingly low. I don't understand it. It feels very much like AMD. They might have hit that same, like, initially, if they were to drop when they thought they were going to drop around the same time as the 50 series or the 5000 series. But it seemed like they held off on their announcement, built up stock, and then went, all right, time to flood this bastard in March.
Thank goodness they did. You look at MSR, well, not MSRP, I guess. You look at any 5000 series cards right now, at least double ish.
Yeah, there was I think Asus was just like, yeah, we're raising it from our initial raise. So they increased it. They increased it like 400 the first time. Then they went, all right, we're gonna tack another 250 on that. And it's like, what the and people buy it. So
Yeah.
why not charge that thing?
Yeah.
And that's the main issue with a lot of this stuff. So much of it would drop if mothers didn't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But mothers buy it, so keep it going.
Oh, yep. Yep. Supply and demand, unfortunately.
A fucking man.
But the demand is only the way it is because your supply is trash. You're artificially limiting the supply to drive up demand.
Yeah. I don't know if it's artificially, because I know, like, chip manufacturing is kind of a thing right now.
Okay, so why isn't AMD hitting that same issue?
Because, like you said, they held off. They built up stock.
So they artificially did it by launching a month earlier than they should have.
Yeah. That is an argument to be made, I guess. But the thing is, it's like AMD's probably, if they haven't already, I haven't looked, are going to run out of stock, and their prices are going to go up as well.
Oh yeah, they said they're gonna try to hold the MSRP from this initial stock and their next restock as long as they can. But eventually it will go up, of course. But
Well, I mean, that's the thing is a lot of businesses getting ahead of this whole economic situation saw it coming well in advance and shipped in mass. And I mean, like, there's across all industries, not just tech. We're talking every major, minor, moderate
Aluminum.
import shipped. They shipped a lot of stuff ahead of time because a lot of businesses who have the ability to see moderately into the future understood exactly what was going to go on, so they bought it in bulk. Like for myself, I placed mass orders. I tripled, quadrupled my inventory for certain things before some of these things were going to go into effect because I knew if I didn't, I would be taking a loss on every sale I brought in because everything's going to go up and I can't raise prices in the market until the competition raises prices because that's not how market leveling works. So you have to bring in what you can to make the same profit margin you have right now, because eventually that gap in stock is going to cause all kinds of clash when it comes to numbers. So you're going to see that prices are going to start going up, but a lot of businesses are still going to just have a very wide increased take margin versus the deflation that's going to happen and the inflation that's going to come from it as well. There's so much that goes into this. And like Nvidia just got ahead of it. So for like a few months, maybe even half a year, they're gonna be selling at a stupid increased margin take. So they're gonna be making stupid kinds of fucking money. But then when it comes to selling on the stock they've had to bring in during these whole tariff increases, they're gonna be taking major fucking hits on it. They're gonna be making like maybe 3 to 5% as opposed to the 45% they're gonna be taking right now when it comes to things. There is so much that goes into it that I could talk about for fucking hours because
But
it
the
is
crazy
just
part is
crazy.
even once they're we're past they're getting their 3 to 5% margin when all these things go down. It's not like they're gonna lower the price of these things now. They're gonna keep it wherever they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do, and then rake in the extra. Now they're getting 20% instead of the 3 to 5%. Prices remain the same.
So yes and no. It all depends on the way the market moves, right? So right now their only competition for Nvidia is AMD, right? So
a little
if
bit of intel, they're trying to gain ground.
So if either one or both of those say, hey, if I want to take market share, if I want to have a stronger take in the market, I need to drop my price. So if I take 5 to 7% less in margin and I can increase my overall unit capacity sales, I become the better person in the fucking industry. And then Nvidia has to say, well, fuck, we're losing X% of unit sales, and that's decreasing our overall sales dollars, decreasing our overall margin take, decreasing our overall year-to-year percentage take. So now I can't afford that. I have to drop my prices to match or be below it. Why? To be competitive. And so that's what dictates how it works. That is how it functions. Now, if neither one of those two do that because they're happy at relegating staying here and allowing it to become a new market standard, that's a whole other beast. But it all depends on what your competition does. If Intel or AMD decide that, hey, NVIDIA is staying here, I can beat them. They're going to. They'd be dumb not to drop their price. I would say the best people in business are the ones who understand that if I take maybe 10% less to increase my unit sales by 50% for the next 4 months, that means you've gained 40% more business for yourself. And that positions you to be stronger in the market. And that means you have a better standing. Because once you have better standing in the market, word of mouth travels, hey, I got this for cheaper, or hey, this is a better deal. And then people talk about that, waves go out, then you can market that better. Because the moment it's the truth, your marketing apparatus can take that whole percentage, twist that into their fucking speak, shoot that out of fucking cannon, and now the NVIDIA apparatus has to go, well, fuck, now we're behind. Now they have to get more aggressive. So if their pricing doesn't get more aggressive, their marketing doesn't get more aggressive, they end up losing for a little bit. And then what happens? They're in a battle. And that's how it works in every single thing.
Theoretically, how it works.
Exactly. Or again, like I said,
is such
they could just sit here.
Essentially monopoly. I don't know if.
But that's the thing is Intel and AMD. You're saying Intel's getting into the game. If Intel wants to get in the game, that is their chance. If Nvidia does not move, Intel can say, hey, they're being the fucking biggest shitlords on the planet, man. We understand that we're for the gamers. We're for the tech people. We're for the business. We understand our prices should be here. This is where the market should be. So here's our price. We're going to take the hit.
Ridiculously low price.
Yep, we're the good guys. And then everyone buys in mass. Nvidia's left holding the empty bag, and they can't afford it.
That's where you're having the issue with the connection. People will not buy anything. Some people will buy nothing but Nvidia. It's essentially the same thing as the iPhone. Even if a better Android comes out, people will not buy anything for the iPhone for the simple fact that they feel, even if it's not true, they feel like that's the premium product. And people, if they're going to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars for a product, they're going to want to feel like they got the premium version of that product as opposed to even if it, again, AMD launched a very good card. Does not matter. They launched it at a great price. Does not matter. Because some people will not buy anything but Nvidia.
That's the fun fact is some. So I have had the opportunity to look through a whole bunch of census studies and private business investigations on brand recognition, brand loyalty, yada yada. The average percent of people of the open market that are brand loyal specific is minuscule. They're loud about it, so you think that they have more of a voice, but in the end, the percentage of people who will only buy a specific brand of product versus function over price is smaller than you might think. So it's smaller than you
I
might
don't
think.
think for this one.
No,
there was a study recently, like 3 to 4 years ago, of where the market share was for each of these products. Even with Nvidia's ridiculous upsurge in pricing, it had something like 97% of the market.
Correct. But why is that? Because a majority of rigs are built with Nvidia products, because that is understood as the market standard. But if you push market price to the percent where it is no longer a competition, and now you've got other people being like, hey, they're remaining in the clouds, we can sell to you in mass for this volume price. You know what most businesses are going to do? They're going to stock up on the other guys who they can make a better fucking product from and go on that. Nvidia will sell still, probably better than the rest, but the other guys will take those undecided to moderate people. And then over time, that shifts. But if you're ahead of the game and you're there in the front, you now have a chance to take over more. It's a wave. Sure. But the thing is, Nvidia could also spin right back around and take it back. Easy. You can. But you never really get back what you lost. But you have to fight for that now. It's not easy. So, like I said, it's a lot of fun. This is the kind of stuff I deal with literally every day.
I love how intelligent he sounds doing this, but he can't read a menu.
Yeah, Ralph's an idiot.
Hey, like I said yesterday, when it comes to work and business, I am that guy. Everything else, huh?
So for those
3, 2, 1, what?
Yes, for those that don't know, we get a message last night.
Dude, I was not good.
From
all last night, I was not good.
So I think it's been stated on the podcast that Ralph is a severe case of lactose intolerance, because I have a minor case,
buddy.
And B, an allergy to shellfish. He is at a sushi restaurant, just goes, oh, that looks good, and guess what 2 things it had?
I was not well last night.
At a sushi restaurant!
Just a stupid, dumb man.
It's just seafood is implied!
It was not good.
But even that, like, there's specific seafoods that he could have gotten that would have been cool.
Sure, but like
it had salmon on it. It was a salmon roll.
He was operating off vibes. He was like,
I was.
That's the one.
I saw salmon, I saw tempura, and I said, that works.
Yeah, Anko.
He sucks.
If you were here for like that 15-minute diatribe of like market analysis and how businesses function, that same man.
Yeah.
There's just like one quadrant of Ralph's brain that is just like, it's like every time he goes to the doctor, it's like, my body's falling apart. Best body on the planet. Best health on the planet. That is his brain for business.
And nothing else.
Nothing else.
Oh, man.
The worst.
Nothing else. It is a fucking travesty.
It's like, at least like when I have lactose intolerance issues where I get a stomach ache, every time I look at a thing in a menu and I'm like, I'm going to pay for this later. Like, I go in with the forethought of, this is going to hurt me, but I'm going to enjoy this meal.
It's gonna be a problem, but it's a problem I'm inviting on my
Polar Knights, welcome back. Yes.
The evolution of beard growth is back.
By the way, we all have different stages of beard.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody besides me seen Adolescence?
I've never even heard of it.
It's a Netflix series that came out recently.
Nope.
They do a very good cinematography thing where every episode is one single shot, one single take.
Oh, cool.
It
I dig
is
that.
about a young boy who is suspected of murder of his classmates and the dealings of arresting him, potentially his motivation, potentially if somebody else did it. It's a very, very good series. The third episode is legitimately the greatest kid performance I've ever seen. As far as a child actor goes, I have never seen a person act better than that kid did in the third episode. And again, all
Okay.
one take for 40 minutes. Tremendous work by that kid. I can't give away too much
Nice.
of it because there are aspects of it that really play into the landscape of today.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to know how many times they like shot the scene. That'd be an interesting behind the scenes.
how many
The
times it took?
third episode, they said it took 10 takes before they got the one they needed.
Okay.
So let's just say
That's not
they
bad.
messed something up 27 minutes
That's
in
always the worst.
of a 47-minute episode.
That's that rhythm game stuff where it's just like, I'm feeling myself. I'm so close, 98% missing X. And it's just like, well, that's it for me, I guess. Somebody sneeze on the very last line. You just go,
Fuck it. It's part of the shot now. Keep going.
All right.
Please
So,
watch Adolescent. Please watch Severance. I'm tired of being the only person watching good TV and can't talk about it with nobody.
I don't watch TV for the most part.
Crazy
watch TV for
bars.
the most part.
Crazy bars.
hey, I don't watch TV for the most part.
BG, you know, I hate to say this now, but this is your intervention. You consume too much media. It's time that we all need to come together and make you understand that there's more to life than consuming media. You can do so much more with your time.
Disagree.
He just kind of shifted over from the movies from
Yeah.
I switched between
One
my
addiction to the
obsession of
other.
media.
That's not it. I went from heroin to black tar heroin. You know, man, it's a big difference.
it's a lateral move, sir.
But at the same time, I'm also big in these movies because there was some 2019 movie called Polaroid. I remember seeing a poster for that looked like absolute trash, and I went, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. And yesterday, I'm playing Creed, and I just watched it.
Couldn't watch Harold and the Purple Crayon.
I have no reason to.
Not
That
anymore.
the entire conversation's over. What do you think about Creed?
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's how far into you? How far into it are
How
you?
far into you?
Yeah, how far did that blade
Wrist,
get into you?
forearm, like how deep we get in here?
I'm like 2.5 hours into it.
All right,
About the same.
Mid
About
forearm.
the same. So you're
mid-forearm,
past the
okay.
prologue. You're finally into the actual world.
Yeah.
Like, what do you? How do you feel about A, the combat system? B, what language are you playing on?
I'm playing English.
And
with
C, how do you like the world?
So A, combat. I like Yasuke's combat more, but I like Naoe's exploration and assassination and all that crap. I like playing with her more. I just don't like her combat as a whole. I'm playing English with quote unquote immersive language. So if they speak in Portuguese, they're gonna speak in Portuguese, and it's just gonna be subtitled as opposed to just speaking English and going, "This is in Portuguese" or whatever, that type of thing. And the world, I enjoy the world, but I'm also like I recently replayed Ghost of Tsushima, and I just like that world more. So
You have
do.
just literally mirrored my exact thoughts.
yeah, like, it is what it is.
It
It's
is fine.
Though it's doing very well, apparently.
It is.
concurrent players on Steam of all the Creed games. Twice the players in the first 48 hours
1
than the
million
last
on
two
launch
entries.
day.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's doing very well. And I'm happy for that aspect at the very least.
I am too. My complaint, my biggest gripe so far is the music. I am not a fan of
not
a
great.
lot of music choices. Like, I understand they tried to keep it with like a modern direction to keep attention, maybe, but I am not a fan. Like, the music takes me out of the game more than it keeps me in it.
I see that. Although at least like sans a few songs, Creed is not a series that I would have like pointed to the music, you know?
Wrong. Fucking wrong. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? World music and ambiance has been Creed's backbone for a very long time. The music has always kept you just narrowed in. Like it Origins had that too. I'd say Odyssey things kind of weren't as memorable, but if you look back at any of the games, all of them from 1 to now basically, music has kind of kept with the time that you're in, and it's not even a fucking conscious thought. You just feel it. This one, the music takes me out.
I can see that.
So
I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to think of
it's not drum based, Mike. You're not gonna feel it in the fucking the primitive brain, so it's fine.
But no, just like a Sonic or just like something where it's just like you think of that game series and like another like thought in terms of like what makes that series is music. For me, Assassin's Creed would be combat and exploration, and then the assassination stuff.
Yeah, no, but the music brought the whole thing together. You always kind of felt like everything going on around you melded because the music kept you in the vibe. This one, it doesn't.
Gotcha. One of the other fun bits that have come out of this is I guess they patched the game recently to remove the destruction of shrines in the game because Japanese politicians are like, hey, this might inspire real vandalism of shrines, so can you...
Because people are stupid.
They're really stupid.
Never forget A1.1. People are dumb.
Correct.
There are people that still believe Drake won. You can't argue with some people.
Mm-hmm.
Can't fake influence.
Yeah, I definitely saw a lot of, as the internet and, you know, people, as we were describing, are wont to do, just like people with no intention of actually forming a good opinion or what have you, just going into people's streams being like, there's a black person in here.
Oh, dude,
woke.
There was a streamer that called them out hard, and he
Cowboy
is
something.
Space. I'll look it up. But he is one of those people that are like wife, kid, white dude, bro-esque. So
he fits the mold.
What he wants these chuds to be, and he's like, "Shut the up! I don't care." Like, if you think because there's a black person, it's just shut the up. Every time there's a black person or a trans person, you want to say something? No, screw you. You're gonna get banned. Awesome.
Good
stuff. No. It's the truth. It's so fucking ridiculous. Do I think that the characters are as memorable as some others? No. But they're fine. It doesn't fucking matter what race, gender, or creed they come from. Assassin's Creed has also never been historically fucking accurate. You had a 20-year-old Italian dude fighting fucking ancient aliens in a fucking tomb with the Pope. Like, come on, man.
They want all this. So the locations and stuff have always tried to be as accurate as possible. But even then, in Black Flag, they were like, hey, they even said it in game. It was like, hey, this wasn't part of the world at this point in time. It doesn't make sense, but it's a cool location, so we included it. It can just be as easy as that.
Yep.
But it's another one of those DEI things where, oh, we know what we really mean when we say historical accuracy. There were no black people in the Greek mythology. What?
Yes, there
what
was.
mythology?
But there were. They were there.
No,
They were there. They've
you're
been
wrong.
Yasuke's a real person. Yasuke's a real figure. He
Fighting
existed in
Cowboy
Japanese
is the
history.
guy in the
Fighting
streamer.
Gotcha.
People of all races, creeds, and backgrounds have existed throughout history in multiple cultures.
I don't think so. I don't think that's true. That's not factual.
think-
Oh yeah, and then Fighting
How was
Cowboy did a
Jesus white?
follow-up stream about it, and he was just like, "No, I'm doubling down. Shut the up. Get out my stream."
Oh, facts. Absolutely. There is no tolerance for it. We know what you want to say.
Yes.
It's not fucking hidden. You're not thinly veiled. You are blatant with it at this point. We know what you mean. It's the same shit you do when you go in and just complain about a fucking female streamer. That's it.
Oh, dude. How
Same
many
shit.
people I've seen with this female streamer bull? It's just like they think there's just like an intrinsic, because you're a woman, you intrinsically are gonna gather more viewers. Like, that's just not factual.
Here's the thing. If they gather more streamers, that just means they're fulfilling an interest. And you're not. Not math.
And some people can't fulfill an interest that other people can. They simply can't. But that doesn't mean that the viewers that are over there are ones that would gravitate to you if they didn't
The
exist.
top streamers on the internet are mostly guys.
Mostly
By their logic, that
dudes.
shouldn't. By their logic, that wouldn't be the truth, but it is. So I'm confused.
These people stink.
But no, if you don't have boobs, you don't get views. No, you just suck. You just suck. Get over it.
Point one. Never forget.
We suck. We don't get viewers because we
Mothers
suck.
are stupid.
If Mike had boobs, we'd have more streaming viewers.
I don't even think that'd be enough.
Mike, we have to fix that personality somehow, okay? That's the only way we're making this happen.
Yeah,
we got to distract them.
Yep, Mike, you gotta get the jiggle going, Mike.
Have a thing.
With my innie chest.
Have a crotch cam.
We want to impress people, BG. All right. Yeah, I'm probably just waiting a little bit more. Well, there's like a bunch of other games that I want to play, probably before Creed. One of them being Xenoblade Chronicles X, which just came out. I got it, still have yet to play it, but there was a funny thing that happened. So obviously this game originally came out on the Wii U. It is now on the Switch. And someone was looking at, the back label, which, like, for, United States, you have the ESRB thing, and then for UK, there's the PEGI rating system.
18, yeah.
And they had, they list all these different things. Well, someone looked at the old Wii U one and looked at the Switch one, and there's a new icon there that just says sex on it. And people are like, what changed?
Oh, they really improved this game.
And, which, like, once you dive into it, it's just, it's been like almost a decade, I think, since the game came out on the Wii U as opposed to now. So, like, they just changed how the rating system goes, and, like, anything thinly veiled, an illusion, what have you, that alludes to anything in a sexual nature, even a euphemism, will add that label.
That's not good.
It's just how their rating system goes. But yeah, not
bad.
There's nothing else in it. I believe it was literally like a line, which is like, if you're a female because you create your character, and there's like a line of "Go for a quickie" in the game, and that's what added
we
it.
doing?
that's over there, but it was very funny. Just the tweet of both the things, like what changed.
Some of these rating systems, I don't understand, because the same thing happened with Balatro, where they got a 18 plus because of quote unquote gambling, because it's the basis of it is poker.
Mm-hmm.
But then poker games didn't get that, which actually have gambling within its mechanics.
You're talking about sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Again, 0.1A1. Can't argue with dumb people.
Mm-hmm.
Some of just dumb.
And last little thing I have for games. So Split Fiction, very good game. BG and I are playing through it.
Well.
Probably gonna try and get another stream in this week if you're available. Not necessarily Friday. It could be another day. But of course, because Hollywood can't think of an original idea anymore. Apparently,
What is original?
Movie studios are clamoring to get the film rights to Split Fiction, which I hope Joseph Ferris just tells them, and he would say it, fuck off.
Does he have the rights or does the studio?
He is the studio.
There's a publication.
publisher.
There's a publication company, Mike.
He's
They
saying,
have the
does
rights.
EA own the rights to the IP?
That I don't know.
Yeah, because that decides it. Because if he contractually kept the IP under his own direct domestic control, sure, you can tell them to go fuck themselves. But if EA goes, hey, we're doing this, you have in a contract that you have to be okay with certain things, sign here for money, please. He's kind of got no choice. That's how it works. So it has to be in a contract that, hey, either I own this or the other publisher does. And usually the publisher doesn't allow for a contract where they don't own the IP because they want to be able to market it freely without having to consult with Dickwad.
Who the heck is
How it
Story
works.
Kitchen? Let's see. Oh, it's so I think they already have the rights underneath the studio or an entertainment company, and it's the same people that are making the Sonic the Hedgehog movies.
Oh, okay.
But now I think they are doing the bidding war for the film rights. But
It's coming.
of course, just, someone over here has a unique idea, and then...
But even then, wouldn't it have made more sense to already be working on it? Like, he showed it off. It's been like a year since he showed it off. You see the idea looks interesting. Why not start the bidding war then? And then you can start shooting and filming so that when it comes out and it's super hot right now, you can drop the movie 4 months later.
They don't know if people would have liked it. They could have just been a fart and then you just spent 20-30 million.
But if the idea is good either way, the people might see it in a movie, but they might not play the game.
It's got to be good and popular.
No. That's actually not true.
Harold and the Purple Crayon.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
All right. Last couple little tidbits of news. I don't know why. I just, this bit of news is just, okay, it's happening. But how the article was worded just made me laugh. So, apparently, new Power Rangers series is being created for Disney+. But they had to specify live action.
Well,
it's always been live action. So why
hasn't there been anything?
No.
I don't
Really?
think so, bro.
There's been no cartoons.
There's been comics.
That is it.
You
Would
would
have been
think
video games.
in
it is right for for a cartoon. You would think that, but I've heard Saban is not a very
They don't
good
own it
company
anymore.
to work with.
It's Hasbro.
Alrighty then.
And Hasbro, they be putting all their crap into cartoons.
Oh
Jeez.
no, there was an animated Power Rangers and it was canceled.
I don't
When?
remember that.
Yeah,
Mid '90s.
Was it in planning stages and canceled? Or
I guess so. I think
Okay.
similar to Powerpuff Girls.
Power.
'Cause I'm looking at concept art right now. If it's true, anyway. Wouldn't doubt it though. That looks interesting.
But yeah, at the very least, anything that has been released in terms of like a show has been live action every time, just because they base it off of the Japanese footage from the Super Sentai series. So I just found that very odd that it's like every single article that I saw, new, in quotes, live action Power Ranger series being produced. I'm like, you could have just said a new Power Ranger series. So I just found that interesting. Apparently there's a new Nessie sighting.
What?
Yeah. Or I'll pull up the picture. But yeah, haven't seen anything and
Boy, we are in the
years.
day and age where there's no such thing as a bad camera. If this shit isn't in 4K, I don't understand it.
You can scan the lakes. There's all sorts of things. It just
Yeah,
it don't
they've
exist.
scanned the lakes. I've watched those documentaries, man. They have
Okay, yeah,
scanned the
so-
motherfucker.
Canceled and development hell for the Power Rangers animated
Yeah.
series.
Okay.
Here.
Did you put Nessie up, Mike? I don't see it.
Here it is.
I don't understand at this point in time why anybody would believe any of this
What the fuck is that?
in the
What's-
world we live
Why
in.
would
Nessie.
anybody say that's Nessie?
That's Nessie.
What the fuck is?
I-
What is?
it-
Why
it's
is the
clear-
water fracturing?
It's
What is the
clearly-
fractals in the water?
it's
But no,
clearly
this
it's
is
Nessie.
bullshit. Fuck it. I fucking hate people.
It's Nessie. What are you
Yeah,
talking
no,
People are so
about?
fucking
She's
dumb.
right
People are
there.
People are so-
stupid.
People are so fucking dumb.
People want to believe.
And that's the thing. They want to feel like there's more out there and or the government is like hiding things from people. But it's like, no, that's not a thing.
Trying to see if there's any images.
That could have been a giant eel for all we know. People
When was
are
the last
Swimming
sighting?
bison or something.
Yeah. Or dead fish that like decayed a little, because I know there was some big thing like that like 10, 15 years ago.
When was the
Why
first
are we still
sighting?
believing this shit?
Because people
Probably
are
like in the
desperate to
40s or
believe in the
something.
things
First
that make the
sighting.
world fantastical.
I
They
can
need it.
zoom in from a satellite image and see the logo of a McDonald's down the street. But we can't find anything that's not 2 pixels of
Somebody
thing of
drive the
creature.
goddamn Google car into Loch Ness and let's end this. Put that submersible fucking vehicle shit on lock and have that motherfucker drive around Loch Ness, and I guarantee that'll end it.
It is almost
That'll-
90 years since that the famous photo.
We are a society that has like,
Are we?
the most technologically advanced things we'll see in the next like 20 years. How do we not have an image of Bigfoot if they
Because it
exist?
don't exist.
How do we not have
Or
Yeti?
it does
So-
exist, and
so-
the government is covering up.
No,
Hold
let's
up.
stop this.
Hold up. Yeah, here's exactly where I was about to go to. You're saying the government's going to keep covering up the Loch Ness monster, but are going to come out and tell us that aliens are fucking out here? Homie, no.
I think.
Homie, no.
I was gonna say that you can get away with a lot more with aliens, because the Christians would be like, evolution, where does this fit into the Bigfoot thing? But then where do aliens fit into the whole Christianity? God, poof. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, God created man on Earth. Wait, fuck, aliens. Your religion's bullshit. Oh, no.
There's
Loch
been a
Ness
lot
Monster.
more.
God's real?
There's
No,
been a
fuck outta
lot
here.
more sightings of alien stuff, so I feel like that's a lot easier to just go, all right, y'all got us, than a beast.
Why hide the still lingering prehistoric dinosaur and acknowledge the fact that aliens live on our oceans and skies? No, the math don't math. Like, I understand
like-
we're under a Trump presidency, but that's new levels of failed calculus, friend. No.
There's a
No.
reason you might want to hide aliens. They might have tech that we're using that they don't want us to know about. There may be a fear mongering where they'll come conquer us, whatever. This is a sea creature. There's nothing to hide here. There's no reason to.
At minimum, 100-year-old sea creature.
Like, there's no reason to be here.
First photograph sighting, 1934. It is now 2025. Which
People,
it's been a while since
I understand. Go ahead. No,
it's been a while since I've looked at the original photo for Nessie, and really looking at it now, it just kind of looks like someone's hand is doing this.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's
It looks
very
like-
much
it
in
looks
the
like a sea
vein
hook, homie.
of
It looks like somebody
Um,
holding a sea hook. That's all.
those people that thought others were witches because they could do like the thumb thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, it fooled a lot of people. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. Bank robberies must have felt so good in like the 1910s, where it would take 50 minutes for an officer to come. There's no security. There's no locked door. You walk in with a gun. You walk out with $10,000.
Just
And you
like
just gotta hope that
$10
they
million
just go-
in today's money.
Yeah, and you just gotta hope.
Like, how tall were they? Well, I don't know. Between here and
No
here?
security cameras. You just gotta
You
hope
get
them up.
away scot free.
And it must have
By
felt
good
so
joke,
great.
he was roughly 5'11".
All right, write that down. Hey, what do we do?
Make
with
sure you
that?
put by Jove.
By Jove.
So yeah, all those like old Loch Ness monsters and ghosts. It was probably so much easier to convince people back in the
Oh
day.
God, yeah.
Without all the scrutiny and skepticism and people and like billions of people dissecting it.
But people nowadays, they'll see a picture from space from a year ago and just be like, this is fake. The Earth is flat.
Yeah.
But that's
So,
a minimal
with-
number. But that's a minimal number.
A1.1. People.
With all the increase in technology and stuff, that comes with more scrutiny because it can be faked easier.
Yeah, it can be faked easier. But at the same time, you should have some level of cognitive
awareness.
ability to discern what's going on. And
So
okay, I guess
here's the
not.
thing.
I
Here's the
guess
thing.
not.
Here's the thing. And I told this to somebody at work, and it basically shattered their mind because we're having pretty much the same discussion. Like, with technology these days, like, how could you not be able to tell what's real and what's not real? And I'm like, you need to remember that there is entire generations that this stuff didn't exist when their brains were in the formative
Hey,
years.
I have
They're
no
not
problem
gonna be
with those
able.
people. None problem. The 50-year-olds, the 7, none problem. I'm talking about the 19-year-olds right now.
They are the
I know
generation
what's
though
out
that
there.
But here's the thing is, they were from the generation where we and our in Gen X were like, you can't trust anything on the internet. Everything's fake. Everything's a fraud. So now they think everything's fake and everything's a fraud. Shocker, right?
Except the things that are fakes and frauds.
But that's the thing. But that's because they're told it's not. That's just how
So
it's
it
been.
sounds like you're just saying they're stupid.
Yes. Yes.
So again, A1.1. Never forget.
There will always be a sizable part of our population that does not have the ability to discern reality. That is just science. Not everyone is going to have an intellectual capability to be able to see through the veil. as it were, when it comes to technological advancement, information science, all these things, because they don't have the capacity for that level of thought. Everything works that way. You're going to have the high functioning, you're going to have the low functioning, you're going to have people in the middle, and then you're going to have all those infinitely gray areas in the center. That's just how it works. That's life. But that also is why that is why mass information is scary, because you give
disinformation.
a lot of you give the dumb ones access to everything, and they're usually the ones who are the loudest. And now they've seen something that makes their stupidity go, "Hey, see, I'm right." And then they can shout it from the rooftops, and when they shout it from the rooftops and everyone looks up, the rest of the mouth breathers go, "Holy shit, guys, he's right. I thought the same thing." And now you have a new movement.
Everybody scream your heart out.
It's just, this is
Remember
how
when they
it
were
works.
the only
And
problematic band in our lives.
who?
It wasn't even a problematic band. It was just the
Dude.
lead singer
Yeah, dude.
did
Yeah.
a heinous act.
Yeah.
Who?
Lost Profits.
Heinous.
Oh, yes. Oh.
And now it's just funny you mentioned that, because I was adding all the albums that came out through January so I can listen to the album while I work this month or this week. And then I saw somebody's name and I went, I know I don't know them, but they sound familiar. And I clicked on their wiki and I went, and it was immediately sexual allegations. And it's just like, this is just another that's just like this. And it's gotten to the point where there's gonna be people that are just like, I'm more forgiving of this heinous thing because these moths are so heinous. So it's just like, at least it's not them. At least the mother isn't Kanye, is the way people are gonna start feeling soon. At least the mother isn't
he ain't
Diddy. Like, yeah, okay, he did the thing, but it wasn't. Why you acting like he's Diddy?
Yeah, okay, he did the thing. Oh,
we're getting closer and closer to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
Because people refuse to not consume media they enjoy.
It's true.
And everyone has their line. Everyone has a line they're going to set and stuff. But some people's lines are so far to where it's like, I need to see on camera them doing this heinous act. Otherwise, 28 months came out against them. I ain't see it. So
125.
Who's really telling the truth?
On that note, I finally have some bumper stickers to put on my car.
I am not a swastika owner.
No.
I'm sorry.
I am sorry.
This was bought in 2008.
It's there's two that I have.
This car was a gift.
I bought this before Elon went crazy, and then there's another one that says I bought this before Elon became first lady.
Damn.
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that one I didn't. I knew about the other ones, but then my sister she was behind a Tesla that had that bumper sticker. I'm like, all right, I need to find that one.
Good.
Then the last thing to talk about, which we're all basically in agreement on. So, as we said, no original ideas in Hollywood. Coco 2 has been announced in production.
Coco 2.
A sequel to Coco.
It's the movie BG has been so excited for, has been clamoring for. This is his
cried when he heard the
Mufasa.
news. Don't let him tell you anything differently. Whatever he's about to say from here on out is false. He cried. And he just doesn't want you guys to know it. It's a secret bet that we got.
DA would never lie.
Disinformation and how people fall for these things just because they're told.
DA would never lie to
when
us.
I say it, there's gonna be some dumb motherfucker like, no, he's not telling the truth.
DA would never lie to us, chat. We understand. DA is an honest man. He has never placed a bad. He has never placed a bad bet in his life.
Never.
That's the what's the bet, DA? What's the secret
You
bet?
told me to keep it secret.
No, I'm now telling you outright. You are
told
able
me
to
that if you said it on stream, what it is
Look
to
at
say
this
no.
bush.
I'm just following what you said. All right.
Unbelievable.
So what's the secret bet?
No, I can't tell you. I'd already said that. I simply can't.
This is going to be a horrible movie.
So
You don't know that.
Yeah, we do.
This is going to be a horrible movie.
You can't. You don't
Yes,
know
it is.
that.
This is going to be a horrible movie.
So you want a public bet
No.
on top of the private bet?
It would have been totally cool if this was called blank from the world of Coco. Yeah, from
Yes.
the world of Coco.
Sure.
And they use a different family and that type of thing. Totally cool.
Or maybe you see like a poster and Miguel's a singer or something. You go,
Yeah.
he's doing well, and that's all you need.
And that's all you need. Something in the background. It's been 15 years since the learning of Dela Cruz, and that's it. That's all you need. Like, it's been 15 years since then. We're a new family. We ain't got shit to do with them. Let's rock our own adventure. Totally fine. This being Coco means that this adventure needs to happen again with this family.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't see what could possibly be done to cause somebody to have to go back into the afterlife again, or even how they would do it, because the whole thing was it was a curse based on stealing their family heirloom.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
everyone
gonna be
loves,
Coco's
is cool
kid.
with music now, so what could it possibly be?
It's going to be based on Homeboy's kid.
Even if it's based on the kid, why would the kid go over there?
Grandma.
The grandma to do what?
Grandma's being forgotten about.
She's a vengeful spirit.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
literally impossible.
Nah. It's going to be forgotten about.
Unless it's some druggy kid that's forgetting everybody.
Yeah. Nah. Everybody's dead. The whole family got wiped out. There's just Homeboy's kid. And there's nobody left to remember Grandma. The Homeboy's got to go get memory back for Grandma.
That's not how it works.
That's how it works now. That's how it works now.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Coco 2.
An ability that was not mentioned in the first movie and will cause
Yep.
problems for the first movie will be possession. De La Cruz will still be alive and possess his son, his daughter, whose name is Coco, for the grandmother.
I do.
And
I'm getting so mad.
Yes.
I'm getting so mad.
And then he has to go into
What
the
you're
damn
talking
world
about
in order to get Coco back.
What you're
get
saying is 100% a possibility, and it's pissing me off so bad. Like, if you were bullshitting, I would feel much less horrible than the
It's like, dang, that could happen.
This is
Yeah.
absolutely something that could happen.
Oh, yeah.
His secret
And probably will.
His secret is he's one of the writers.
Yeah, DA's involved. DA pitched the whole fucking screenplay.
Hey, he used to ghostwrite for Cameron. That's an in joke nobody gets
Big
but
in
me
joke.
and him. I think about to this day pink and green Honda. To this day, I
That's a
think
good
about it.
But the music, boy, that is going
It
to.
was good.
And they know they had a bunch of hits, so they're gonna try.
Yes.
And instead of just
It's gonna be like in Kanto, where they're truly just making songs as opposed to moms just singing on the street.
I think the writers and directors are still a part of it though. So
They
that's
don't
still-
give a shit. That means nothing to
I
me.
think it's gonna be a pretty good.
The dude that made Silent Hill made his own game, and it was terrible.
No, it was great.
It means nothing to me that a mother that wrote and directed the first one, who is tasked with creating a second one, is gonna plop out another gold nugget. No,
He's gonna pop out and show him. It's just gonna happen.
It could happen.
I will
it
be
will
going
happen.
to see this movie.
Of course you will.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be my
hold up.
Mufasa, where
Hold
I just
up.
write a thing script about it.
Hold up. My genuine absolute hope is that the release date for this movie is
No.
at a time
No.
where
No.
we are all set to be around each
No.
other
No,
at
I will
Mike's or
not have y'all
something.
looking at me constantly while I watch this movie.
Yes,
I will
yes,
not
you
have
will. Yes, you will.
Yes, you will. It's crazy.
You absolutely will.
I just don't see where this can go in a way that could be satisfying, especially with the music being such a big part of the first one, and the whole point being like slowly gathering. can see, I can see potentially
Clearly now?
something to do with the final death,
But what?
but what?
And the thing is, too,
Listen,
is this movie ended so nicely. There was like no illusion.
Zone.
There was no allusion to a sequel whatsoever. There
Nope.
weren't nuggets.
it was
there
a
weren't,
self-contained movie.
It was just beginning, middle, climax, end. Done.
Resolution solved. We're
And
good now.
so there's like not even like there's nothing to speculate on at all.
Yeah, there is.
Familiar.
Yeah, there is. There's so much more to talk on. You just got to bring, like DA said, Homeboy's got to come back, and we've got to have questions
Possession.
answered that weren't even mentioned in the first movie
Yep.
because it's still a problem.
But it's just gonna create problems for the first movie.
No,
12 years
because then you
later,
set up
2029.
then you set up movie 3 now. So it's fine. And then we have the Encanto universe, and everything's great now because now there's going to be Coco and Encanto together. It'll be perfect. You just got to let it happen, BG.
I mean, I can't help but let it happen. I have no say in it. But
You do. You clearly do. There are
I'm
plenty
gonna
of things
be
you do
the
to stop
most
production.
mad.
They're all illegal, but you shouldn't do it, but you could. So there's plenty of things you could do. You
Yeah,
just shouldn't.
I'm about to Tesla that in studio.
We here at 2200 do not condone vandalism.
Hey, he said I'm about to Tesla the studio. He can just be talking about crashing their stocks, Mike.
Yeah, I could be talking
He's gonna
about
he's gonna short 'em.
revolutionizing them and bringing them to a more casual audience.
You could be talking about building a big old bulky ugly truck and then recalling all of them.
Have you heard the new thing?
Boy, I forgot
have
about
you heard
that
the new
too.
thing that he's now saying that there is subterfuge happening in his company and that people in his company are purposely building bad Teslas to hurt his image?
Yeah, this will get them. I'm gonna up a cyber truck.
I'm gonna use shitty glue on purpose. Did you see? Did you read like why they're all getting recalled? All of them. All of them.
All of them.
Because the literal outer metal panels of the truck are falling off because of bad glue.
So one of my vendors at work
Mm-hmm.
did the whole Batmobile thing with a Cybertruck.
Oh no.
I read that and sent an email like, "Hey, was it worth it?" I did not get a response because I mocked him. We had a meeting and he was like, "Yeah, this is my thing." He shows us the picture. It's parked in the lot. I'm just like, "You're going to regret that." He goes, it's all bullshit. Nothing's ever going to go wrong with this. It's all in the fake media. I'm like, all right. So the report, I'm like, hey, so how much is this going to cost you?
Good.
It makes me laugh. It's great.
I'm so sick of seeing them on the road.
Dude, every time it just infuriates me.
They're ugly as sin,
They're
bro.
just so out of place.
It
They are
looks fake.
ugly. They are ugly as fuck.
It looks like anytime they're driving by, someone is shooting like a post-apocalyptic movie.
I just thought you said someone was shooting at him for a second. I was like,
good thing it's bulletproof.
Yeah, sure it is, Mike.
It is legitimately the ugliest vehicle I have ever seen in my life.
Dude, it is ugly.
Face
It
to
is
face, I should
non-functional. It is the worst. It's not even a truck, dude. You can't haul nothing. You can't fucking pull nothing. It doesn't have the RPM to fucking handle movement of any kind. Like, it's not a good vehicle. At
It
least
is-
Tesla vehicle, the cars are acceptable in urban areas. Everywhere else, they're not. But in urban areas, they're acceptable. But my God, that truck can't be used anywhere. It is literally just a status indicator. You buy the
100%.
Cybertruck if you
At
have
this
money
point,
to
yes.
throw away. And then you
There
just
is no
are,
reason.
all of China knows you're rich.
There is no reason to buy a Tesla these days
No.
because in the lower range you have better EVs, and in the premium range you have better EVs. In a lot
Dude,
of
Honda's
instances.
upcoming is gonna fucking kill the Tesla. I'm sorry.
There's no reason to buy a Cybertruck because there's better electric trucks.
Mhm.
There is no reason to these days get a Tesla outside of,
Status.
hey, I've got a Tesla.
I mean,
or
look at
I'm
Mike.
supporting
He only
Musk.
got his cars. We can just show off how small of a dick he's got. It's fine. It's understandable. It's a status indicator.
I don't need the truck to do that, or the car to do that.
He got the crotch cam.
But that's the thing is like it's just
the only
a status
thing
indicator.
the only thing they had, emphasis on had, was the supercharging network. Only thing.
Yeah, and that's gone. It's already been
It
replaced.
was that, and then they're
opening it up to other people.
Exactly. At the
they
moment,
have
I
to.
think they still have, besides like one brand whose name I'm forgetting, they have the longest range EVs currently. Tesla does.
BYD.
No. I'd have to look it up. But they're opening up the Tesla supercharging network because that's now the North American standard, and other EVs are catching up on range. There's a pricing thing, and I'm talking pure EVs, not hybrid. There's like a price fluctuation thing right now, though, where some cars are still a bit overinflated in terms of the price they probably should be at. Because there's a thing that I got tempted by recently. So obviously, a lot of people are selling their Teslas for some reason. I don't know why.
Couldn't imagine it.
Yeah. And Polestar, who makes mostly SUVs, electric SUVs, has a deal going on. It actually might be ending soon, which was almost impossible to do the deal, where you would get, on top of whatever price your Tesla sells at, $20,000 towards a lease on a Polestar. So $20,000 and then the sale price off of a lease.
Mhm.
The thing that basically drove me off of it was the lease. I was like, if it was to purchase, you might have got me.
Why? Leasing is fine.
Because I would rather own the car, personally.
Yeah, people would rather have.
Work.
It is their car.
I don't get it. You
Not-
own a depreciating
not-
value item that just doesn't have the worth anymore. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand buying
My
vehicles.
coworker is very much in the same vein as you, Ralph. That he's just like, I'm never gonna buy a car. I'm always gonna lease it.
Yeah,
I
there's
just trade it in every year for the newer model.
I literally don't have to pay for maintenance, new tires, upkeep, recalls. I don't have to pay to keep the car safe.
But it's the same thing as, even though houses are appreciating value, it's the same thing as buying a house versus renting. Some people would like to own their home so that no matter what happens in the world, in the market, somebody else doesn't dictate, hey, this is no longer your home.
I
This is
agree
no longer your
because
car.
landlords suck. But the banks always own your home. You never own anything.
Yeah,
the banks always own your
property
home.
taxes, blah blah blah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
yeah.
whole argument goes out the window. You never own anything in this world right now. It's just the
It's a better
the
feeling
belief.
of ownership.
Correct.
though.
It's all mental. So I am open enough to understand that sure, owning a house is the better way to have it, just because you control how the property evolves. You don't have to answer to anybody. except if you have a HOA in the area, in which case, if you move in place with an HOA, you're a fucking moron.
Yes.
But
Agreed.
a car, you don't lose anything by leasing. You only
lose the ability to customize it in the way that you'd like.
I mean, yes and no.
I
I can still
all the way yes.
I can still put a
if you-
decal on my car. You just have to be able to take it off.
No. See, decal, all that stuff, that's different. I'm talking about actual modifications.
Oh
to
yeah,
your car.
true. If you care, hey Mike, do you put mods in your car?
Well, for mine, I can't.
Mike, would you put mods in your car?
Would you if you could?
Yeah.
Depends
And
on
what
the
mods
mod.
would they be? What would you do?
I would have to do some research, but
Better
But as a-
sound system?
yeah, like that.
But what I'm saying is that most cars nowadays come with either premium or sub-premium options. So if the lease, for instance, I have the second highest level of hybrid sedan Honda has to offer. The only thing I don't have is a Bose audio sound system, which is the most premier audio system you can get in a vehicle. I don't have that, but I'm perfectly fine with that. The next car I get, when I trade it in, will have that because that will be the new standard soon. I don't need that right now.
The one thing
It's-
too, though,
But
which
it's not about a need for a lot of people. It's about a want. They want that.
I get
and
it.
If they want this thing, they cannot have it simply for the fact that they don't quote unquote own their vehicle with a lease.
and I want the eventuality of, hey, at some point, I don't have to keep paying for this thing. I have paid off my car.
That's money in your pocket.
I have
You're
no
always
lo-
paying for it.
I
on
no
top
longer.
of that, you
But I
are-
also like that's just normal maintenance, which you're still paying with depending on where you get your lease, you might still be paying for repairs.
Oh, sure, but I mean,
It's still
that's the
that's-
importance of shopping around.
but that's the thing where it's just like right now, I have no monthly payment anymore. It is done. So all that money is now.
And when you got to change your tires, you're down $2,000. When you have to change out
that
the piece in the front
happens
end of
with or
your
without
car,
a monthly payment or with or without a lease.
I don't have to pay for tires.
But Mike, how many times have you had to change your tires where it took
Like
that
twice.
$2,000?
No, not even $2,000.
How long
but-
have you had it?
5 years, 6 years.
So that's $4,000. Let's say, Ralph. Let's say your payments are $400 a month. That's 1 year of payments. That's all based off 2 tires that he had to get changed. That seems more worth it than just a recurring payment.
So
just because-
instead of paying the 16,000 over 4 years, he paid 8,000 over 4 years because he owns the vehicle.
So it's a weighing scale, and I like the light at the end of the tunnel versus a consistent monthly payment.
and that's
over
what
and
I
over and
that's
over.
what I was just
Ralph,
like. I was
take-
if
just
my
like,
credit was better, I'd be with you.
mm-mm.
Yeah. If
Lease me up, baby.
The only time I will buy a vehicle, and I've said this, and this is just, I don't know, call it business mindset. I'll own a vehicle when I can buy it outright. That's it. I don't want to pay for it to buy it. If I wanted to own the vehicle, I want it. That's it. It's mine. I don't want to have to spend the next 5 years paying it off and then have the chance of, okay, this one tire pop. Now I have to have that payment on top of that payment. Right now, my only expense is my monthly, call it renters. And I don't have to pay for maintenance or anything at all. If my windshield cracks, my dealership covers it up to $800, which is what a crack will usually cost to fix. So
Have you
I'm
had
safe.
Anything where you would have had to do some maintenance?
Yeah, actually I have. So there was a crack in the driving manifold. I forget what it exactly was, but there was a crack in it. And it was like 3 months after I got the car. I had no idea how it happened, but my car would just stop at some point. So I took it in, had it looked at. They're like, yeah, okay, this is how this happened. This is how this can happen. Don't worry, we've got it here. It'll just take 2 hours. We'll replace this part. We've got it on hand because it's a normal part. I'm like, okay, cool. And it would have cost me $800. Cost me zero.
But that sounds like one thing over the year plus you've had.
I've had
the
it
car?
for 2.
That's one
My
thing
lease is
over
up
2
next
years.
year. It's a brand new car. It shouldn't have problems.
No, but
And now I won't have problems when I change it out for the next car and next year. That's 3 more years I have of a brand new
That's
vehicle without
another
the maintenance.
thing that I rock with leasing is. But here's another. This is also I'm gonna go the opposite way as far as owning your car. You can easily get a newer model of if you're leasing. So you could just go, hey, 2 years lease, let me get the 2025. 2 years lease, let me get the 2027.
Sure. If that's important to you.
Yes. But on the opposite way, people get used to the things they own. And
I'm not like that. So I hear
having
you're saying.
to
Yeah.
essentially relearn your car the way, like even just turning, people know how their cars turn.
Mm-hmm.
Having to get that filling out period every 2 years for, let's just say, 2 months of driving the car, you got to fill it out. Some people don't want to do that.
No, I get that. I don't have that problem. I am function over form. This is like this car I have to think less about because it's not my problem to make sure it's still running. And that makes me
And that's why people rent houses. It's
Mhm.
not my problem. The water heater's out. Well, let me call my homeowner and get this fixed, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm different in the sense of housing. I would rather own and be able to fix my house because it directly impacts my quality of life. I can always rent a car.
All right.
I think we're done here.
Yes, we are.
Back it
Mr.
up, man.
Factman.
30 facts about bank robberies.
Oh,
Hey, I did it.
20.
Let's do 5.
I did it! I did it! Just a good
And SWAT's on its way.
What a fact!
Don't even say the year. Don't say where it was.
I did it.
Bank robbery. Yeah. Banks robbed BG.
20.
5,
24.
20, 24.
1/5/2024.
1, 5, 20, 24.
That's a date.
Mm.
One.
Oh, right.
Hey, let's fucking go.
I did
Ooh.
it. In January 6, 1995, MacArthur Wheeler and Clifton Earl Johnson.
These are fake names.
These are fake names.
These are fake names. These are aliases.
Robbed 2 Greater Pittsburgh banks at gunpoint without attempting to disguise themselves. Instead, they covered their faces in lemon juice, believing it would make them invisible to security cameras.
BG, you did that?
I did it!
Did you hear my name in there?
Is my name Mick Wheeler?
There's a couple
It's
other
a made-up name.
There's a couple other first names, his last names in there though.
Why did they think that?
Hey, you know what?
there's
there's
There's a
citrus in
Wikipedia
this.
article.
There's.
Oh, right there.
Were they related to Mike's wife?
I was
Do
about
they
to say
think that
there's citrus in this. So does it get rid of fingerprints and DNA as well as make you invisible to security cameras?
What was it? Mike's wife's dad or something?
Yeah, they just said that it would be akin to invisible ink.
I was.
Although initially skeptical, Wheeler had tested his method by covering his face with lemon juice and capturing the image with a Polaroid camera. As he was missing from the resulting photograph, he trusted the method to be effective. Detectives
Those are
believed
two
his
different
absence
things.
from the image was caused by bad film or a maladjusted camera. So he covered himself with lemon juice.
Tried it once. Wait,
Yeah, it's like, I'm not here. It works.
Yeah. His cover's just like, it's in my eyes. Take the picture. Take the picture. Ah!
Remember, guys, lemon juice. Juice up.
BG, that
But then
sounds
they
like
walk
you
into
remember it before when you said it. You were there.
They walk into the Vegas just like, okay, it was just these 6-foot tall dudes. They smelled strongly of lemon. They had their eyes closed as if it was stinging.
Yeah, they were bloodshot eyes.
Give me all the money. Sir, I'm over here. Give me all the money.
This is a Wendy's.
what are you doing?
I came here for the lemon party.
See, this is why you could get away with Nessie back in the day. Muffs covered themselves in lemon juice. Where this idea came from in the first place, no idea. Could have just been some rumor from a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend.
Grandpappy never been in a single picture. All he ate was lemons. It's lemons, guys. Lemons is the answer.
Took one picture. When it works, let's rob a bank.
One dude, this happened on the 6th. One dude was arrested on the 12th. The other dude got away until April. They put his face on Crime Stopper.
How?
How? The other dude, I guess he didn't rat him out.
No, you missed my whole joke. Thank you, Mom.
I got it. I got you.
Thank you.
But the other dude, he got put on Crime Stoppers in April, and after an hour, he was caught.
Crazy.
An hour, bro.
Wheeler,
Fucking
that's you.
hour.
Wheeler was shocked and exclaimed, "But I wore the lemon juice. I wore the lemon juice."
But I wore the lemon
Can
juice.
I help you, officers?
That's also
You're
got to be
under
on the
arrest.
shirt.
But the lemon, they look behind him. It's just crates of lemon juice.
It's like Diddy's baby oil.
Yeah.
But I wore the lemon juice.
You know what? He got
You're
the great
so
value lemon juice.
You so shocked you got
He
caught.
was shook. He was like,
But I wore it.
wait a second.
Can you imagine that,
He's
like, the
not
guy
even proclaiming his innocence. It's the shock of, hey, I wore the thing. Why am I caught?
You imagine he like opens his door, the officer's like, "Good evening." Oh.
Oh.
Just a wave of citrus.
Can I help you, officers? Bites a lemon.
Hey, did you hear about that bank robbery? Sprint.
Excuse me, lemon sanitizer.
May I offer you, officers, a lemon?
We're having a party.
They were not good lemons. They were bad lemons.
No, they were not good lemons.
What are you doing? Like, I understand. I understand the
Do
what.
you? I don't.
Yeah. I understand.
That's because you were there. That's because
the
you were there.
money
I understand.
aspect of it. And
BG
I'm
guys,
not gonna get caught.
BG got the good lemons. BG didn't. BG gave the rest of them the great value lemons,
Where was
and
this?
he kept the Target lemons.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's in your
Pittsburgh,
wheelhouse. That's in your
1985,
wheelhouse.
I would have
Yeah.
been caught.
No, that's in your wheelhouse. You're good.
Some black dude in a Lions jersey from the future.
Nah, you're dousing all the good lemons. Is
It's
it
just
PG?
some old Doc Brown white dude.
No mask, no nothing. You could just go, oh, it's him.
Well, the lemon juice.
It don't block my eyes. I heard it's you.
He's putting it in the Discord.
Check that real quick.
Doc Brown.
I'm just
It's
imagining
some
like
old dude.
what's his face from King of the Hill, instead of pocket sand, just pocket juice.
Dale. Yeah. It's just not loading for me.
Yeah, where'd you put it?
2200 general.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
You put it in the wrong one.
I did.
Dude,
I
he
put it in the
just-
wrong one.
He just looks like a standard issue white guy crackhead.
Yeah, no. He's just some old
my
Like that is
God.
Florida man.
It's such a
He just legitimately
There we
did
go.
not wear a mask.
Lemon juice, bro.
So I don't know
got
if it's just, the old quality. It looks like his skin has a yellow tinge. Am I crazy saying that?
Oh, dude, it's the villain from
Hey, I don't know
Sin
what
City.
you're doing for your skin, but it's working.
Yo, who remembers Sin City? It's the villain from fucking Sin City. That's who this is.
What are you doing?
Man, they just got him in 1K.
4K. 1K. 6.5K.
Wait,
Come on,
yeah,
man.
It's clear enough.
just to show. Let's see. We are there's 100%, and let's go back up. All right. So with that, we will call this podcast a close. Mr. BG, what days would you want to stream?
I could do.
Look, he's
Tuesday,
asking the question.
since I-
Good for you,
Since
Mike.
I'm off, I'm not off Wednesday, but I work on Wednesday, so I can go later on a Tuesday. I can do Wednesday since I'm already gonna be here anyway, or I can do Friday.
You said go later Tuesday?
I can go later Tuesday or Wednesday since I'm
Okay.
already gonna be here.
Let's shoot for Tuesday.
There you go.
So Tuesday, some more split fiction. Wednesday, if I don't have a migraine or just feel like shit like the last 2 weeks, it's not been great. We will finally get back to Resident Evil 2. Maybe.
How much more do you have?
I am most of the way through Claire A, and then I have Leon B.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Oh,
like
you've already played the canon way of playing it.
yeah. I just wanted there's different story stuff, so I just wanted to
Yeah.
go
I always
about it.
play Claire for both. She's my favorite character. So.
So going to those, and then something Friday, group stream related. I think is it next week that I'll be gone, or no? So it'll be 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, no podcast. I will be out of town. Which sucks because that'll be after the Nintendo Switch 2 announcement, which of course I'm gonna wanna...
Yeah, that's what sucks about it.
But yeah. So with that, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Later.
Bye bye.